Let's talk about plant and herb sources of iron for those who have anemia. We can get rid of this.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, today I want to talk about lots of good sources of wonderful iron. A lot of people are anemic because they don't have enough iron. And so there's a lot of plant-based sources of foods you can eat, and also herbal sources, which are really great. So let's talk about those. But first, please give me a thumbs up if you like what I do. Also, please subscribe. Also, please buy my new book, Live a Cancer-Free Life. You know, more than half of you are going to come down with cancer and pass on, and I don't want to see that. This is a quick read, and I've had great success with it. Thousands of copies have been sold, and you will really change your life. Let's not come down with cancer. Also, if you want to make a donation of $50 and do a consultation, it's about 60 to 90 minutes, depending on what you got going on, and we can change your life for the better, get rid of those chronic diseases. Well, iron is in a lot of different foods. Men need, on the average, about 8 milligrams daily. Women, about 18. The younger women, about 18 milligrams. And older women, about 8 milligrams also. So we need iron. If you don't have enough iron, you're going to feel fatigued and have pale skin and feel dizzy. You're going to feel weak. You're going to have headaches. Maybe actually have an inflamed tongue. Cold hands and feet are also connected to this. Poor appetite, like I said, brittle nails also is part of that. And we want to go with plant-based sources because heme iron, which is in animal sources, actually is connected to cancer and also inflammation, so we don't want to go that way. First of all, chlorella is an amazing source of lots of iron. It has 202% of your daily needs of iron. So it's like, wow. And taking 3,000 milligrams every day will really boost up your iron every day. Spirulina, in the same area, it's about 44% of your daily needs. So a little bit less, but it's still good. Also, yellow dock. Yellow dock is it's kind of a bitter herb, the root is. I don't recommend taking it all the time, but once in a while you could take it, and that has a lot of wonderful iron in it also. Dandelion, good old dandelion here. Really, it grows in everybody's yard. You're probably going to pick it out, and really that's full of lots of iron also, and dandelion root too. Nettle, if you have stinging nettle growing around, or you can take stinging nettle capsules, that also has lots of wonderful iron in it too. Also, burdock root. Burdock root is also another thing. It has lots of iron in it. It will do your body good. And also, it's a great detoxing agent too. And dandelion root also is a great detoxing agent also. So these are some of the sources. Also, beans are really great. All the legumes, the lentils, the black beans especially have lots and lots of wonderful iron in them. Also, chickpeas also have a lot of iron in them. All beans in general. It's really sad that only 4% of Americans eat beans. I eat anywhere from 15 to 30 ounces of beans every day. I think that's why I stay so young, really. I hardly have any wrinkles whatsoever. Also, soy products also are good. Lots of tempeh is really good. We eat a lot of tofu also. Those also have a lot of iron in them. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds are great. Nuts in general also. Cashew, almonds have some. Try to keep them to a minimum though. Lots of saturated fat. Also, whole grains are really great. Oats, brown rice, amaranth, quinoa, kiwa, people call it kiwa. Also, dried apricots, make sure they're not sulfured. Also, strawberries, watermelon, raisins, dates, all kinds of things like figs and prunes, prune juice, dried apricots, like I said. Also, wonderful sweet potatoes, that kind of thing. Lots and lots of iron also. Also your broccoli, your spinach, your kale. Wonderful kale is really great. I eat a half pound of kale daily. So it's really great stuff. I highly recommend kale. Oh, I call it a superfood. Also, peas are in the legume family. That'll do your body good. And spinach is also full of iron. Also, like I said, broccoli. Also, papaya. Papaya has a wonderful amount of great iron in it. It's not as much as some foods, but it does have some. We have papaya just about every morning. Also, string beans and red beets are also great. Also, beet greens are full of lots of iron. Just about all the greens have lots of iron in them, and that's really important. Collard greens, also Swiss chard, really good. Also, seaweed, like kombu, also some of the other, nori and that type of thing also have a lot of wonderful iron in them. Asparagus and parsley are also great. Sesame seeds have a great amount of wonderful iron also. Also, lots of other things, I think it's really important, like tomatoes and tomato paste and that type of thing. Maple syrup even has some wonderful iron in it. And molasses, I think it's important. A little molasses once in a while. I make sure to get the unsulfured molasses. I'm very allergic to sulfur, so I don't want to have that at all. Cardamom, that also has a little bit of iron in it also. Cinnamon also has a little bit of iron in it. Parsley is also good. I highly recommend that. Really anti-inflammatory, really great. If you just have aches and pains and that type of thing, blend up some parsley with some water and drink that, and it'll make your aches and pains go away. Bay leaf tea has a huge amount of iron also. So if you have, iron deficiency, also take some bay leaf tea. Red beets also have some iron in them too. And also if you take vitamin C rich foods like, citrus and that type of thing, also bell peppers and all that kind of thing, they have lots of vitamin C in it. They help to actually absorb the iron better. Some of the things that are not good that inhibit iron are casein, which are in dairy products, whey, which is in dairy products, egg whites, calcium supplements, that type of thing. So that's really important to stay away from those in general. Eating right is probably the most important thing when it comes to, getting enough iron in your diet. There's really no reason to not have enough iron. There's absolutely positively. I think if most people just ate more beans in general, that we would get rid of anemia in most people. Of course, there are some people, there are about 1 in 300 that have too much iron, and that's a whole nother story. That's a whole different process there. So if you really want to change your, anemia, that you have an iron deficiency anemia, start eating some of these foods, and we can change your life in a great way. Also, like I said, if you want to get a consultation with me, call me at 831-869-9119. Yeah, I just started working with somebody last week who has started dialysis and started my process. We already went from 2% to 13% increase in his GFR. So, wow, really great. I just see it in my mind that this man's going to get off of dialysis and we're going to be doing good. So have a wonderful day. Remember a couple things. Remember God, and remember, I love you.